I haven't talked to her in so many years, it's ridiculous. She put me through... I'll tell you one thing. I hear all these fucking people who come to the show and their divorce cases, and I'll give everybody the one piece of wisdom that I didn't listen to. I didn't listen to my lawyer. If I would have listened to my lawyer, I would have saved a lot of money and a lot of time.
Wait, what'd your lawyer say?
Stop giving money to Paula. And I said, you out of your fucking mind. She said, no, stop giving money. She'll take you to court, and then the judge will take care of it. And it took me 2 years to do that. It exactly happened. We went to court. The judge stated how much I have to give while we were going through the process. And it was done. It was done. So I always listen to
So nothing that you gave ahead of time counted towards what you had to give?
No. Yeah, I was giving them a lot of money because I had 2 children, and I wanted her to maintain our living, but I almost got bankrupt. It was not healthy for anybody.
So they stayed in Rockland?
We all stayed. I moved to on the other side in Jersey. I found an apartment. She stayed in the house, and it took another 2 or 3. She went through 4 lawyers, which is very typical for women. Mm-hmm. Women they go through water. Lawyers like it's water. It's very rare that it's one lawyer.
I never had one.
Never had one. She had 4 fucking lawyers I ended up having to pay for.
Oh yeah, you have to pay for that. How was the transition with the kids, like pickups and drop-offs?
Yeah, what was your custody like?
Yeah.
Did you see the kid?
Oh yeah, I saw the kids I saw Skylar every weekend. I had them Friday nights, but I would have to go to her fucking house. I couldn't go inside. If I got there 5 minutes early, she wouldn't let them come out of the house. So I had to.
What if you showed up 5 minutes late?
No, that's fine. But but I'm not a person. Am I ever been? I'm not late at anything.
I know, but.
So I didn't, and if I showed up early, she wouldn't let them come out. So it was terrible. It was really bad.
Sounds like she put them in the middle.
Yeah. How do they feel about that?
I don't know. We never really talked about it.
You haven't talked about it? We have a whole show about divorce, and you haven't talked about it.
No, I haven't really talked to them because I was just as bad as Paula because she would get me going. I would be nasty, and she did some really bad things, like really hurtful things.
Like you would say things in front of the kids about her?
Well, like
I try not to do that.
It's okay if you fail. It's
no,
okay.
I didn't do
We're
it that.
perfect.
I really didn't do it that much, but she was such a fucking asshole, and made just things so difficult. Going away on trips, and she's very like rule oriented, so there was no flexibility. Even when they got older, there was no flexibility. Like I planned one trip. We planned a trip to go to some island, and I got a ticket for him. I said, "Fuck this! This is ridiculous. You're coming now." And she wouldn't let him go. I had to then change the 2 tickets. I had to wait a day. Lori went with Holden, and then I met them there.
Oh my God!
So it was crazy. And he was 18. He was 18 years old.
So how did you transition to Lori? Like, how long were you single after that?
I met Lori.
Transition to Lori.
Yeah.
How did you transition?
How did you transition?
I met Lori on Labor Day weekend, so I was out of my house for like a year. I mean, I was not with Paula for almost.
Did Paula ever meet anyone new?
No. Mm-mm.
And then you fell in love a year later.
Yeah, and then,
I feel like that's also typical of.
Very.
Well, yeah, and that's why she probably kept busting your balls.
Bad.
Yeah,
Bad.
because you were moving on.
I moved on, and she didn't.
My first husband and I, we went to go pick up the kids one time, and we were early, like an hour early, and we texted and called. We're like, "Hey, we're early, sorry," and we're like, "We're just gonna come." And we showed up, and she walks out just a blanket on, naked, and we were so confused. And then a dude like runs out of the side of the house, and we're like, "Oh, she found someone."
Oh, that's probably felt good.
It felt great. I was like, "Thank God."
She came out and just like, why did the guy run though? Why didn't he just stay in the house? It doesn't make any
It was
sense.
so weird.
Why didn't you just stay in the bed?
Normally we would go in and have to collect because there's 4 kids. We have to like collect everything. Like put some clothes on and some shoes on. Like it was just like a mess all the time.
So how do you feel like with the parenting of your first kids and now with Lori, you guys have been together for 25 years. Do you see a difference between the 2 kids with the divorce, Skylar and?
Yeah, I mean it was different because I wasn't with them all the time.
Yeah, I know, but how do you think that affected them now as adults?
Yeah, but Holden is like a mini you.
A little bit.
Not
You
a
have
little
Holden
bit.
and you have a daughter, right?
Yeah, Sierra.
But Sierra is with Lori.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how do you think that the kids?
I think the other one, then Holden and Sierra are a little bit more emotional.
Oh, they're more emotional.
Yeah, I think so. I think Hunter and Skylar got beat up a little bit. We've never really talked about it. They don't.
I think you should.
Maybe.
Because my sister and I had a really frank conversation about how we felt about our mom just 2 years ago, and it was so nice. We finally bonded as adults, and then now we're actually like real friends. We were always friends and close, but as soon as we were like, "Oh, did you feel this way? Oh my God, I felt this way," and then we were like, "Oh, thank God, we're in this together." We've always been in it together.
I think Skylar and Hunter are very protective of their mom. They never talk like guys. They help us follow what you're doing. They would never really talk about it. Even to today, they don't even talk about it.
Do you? Well, yeah, but those are very open, general conversations. You have to ask them very specific.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to do
conversations.
that to put them in that position because they don't want to talk about it.
Are you worried what they think of you?
No.
No, my dad was like that.
But
No, my dad was scared of how we thought of him, and so he never really asked us. And he would have found out he put a whole scenario in his head of what my mother and our relationship was.
Oh.
And he also felt like whatever we were saying or however we felt about him came straight from our mother, as opposed to the kids being able to think independently from what their mother thought. So a lot of maybe, I don't know, you say that they're very protective. You might think like their mother has more of a role than maybe she actually does. I don't know. I mean, I think you talk to them, you try to, I don't know, figure it out.
Probably lighten their load a little bit.
it's a good idea.
Paula doesn't have to be there, obviously. But if they start having kids,
Unless you want to drive
no,
to
but
Maine.
do they have kids? Are they married?
Hunter's married.
Okay.
He just got married.
He just got married. Skylar
He's
has.
probably ready
I
to
just
have the
met-
conversation.
How was the wedding?
The wedding was a really cool wedding.
But was
Really
Paula
great
there?
time.
No.
Sure.
She didn't show up.
No.
What?
Because
She
she
didn't
didn't
go
want
to. She didn't go to Skylar's MIT, his college graduation.
Because you were there?
You know what? I don't know.
She didn't go to his graduation? That's horrific.
It's just me. I mean, I'm not giving myself. We don't understand it because we were.
It's her.
I used to go to all the school events and she would be there also. So it didn't matter. We just didn't. She'd be over this side. I'd be over that side.
And that's fine,
Yeah,
as long
that's
as
what
you're
it
there
was.
supporting.
Yeah.
I think about those things all the time, like the things that my parents did. My mom never came to a game of mine, ever.
Yeah. Well,
I
you
never
weren't
got a
good,
birthday
were you?
cake.
Were you good?
No.
You never got a birthday cake. What is
Never
that?
once.
Really?
Really?
You had birthdays growing up and you didn't have a birthday
Well,
cake.
Never.
That makes sense. Hi, welcome to Happy Never After.
I am Mara,
I'm Andrew.
murderer of Marshall Grubb.
Man, that was an interesting intro. I think at this point people know the intro is going to be terrible. Yeah, because you started it. Everything's good when you do it. I thought it was good when I said go fuck yourself right at the beginning of the fucking.
You know that part at minute
Yeah.
138 to 136 when I said fuck yourself?
Yeah.
That was the best part.
That's probably the best part of
That's
your
the
life. You know what the best part though? That's a good part. But when I go, did you blow him?
That's like the best part.
That's probably the best part too. You know what else was great? I just sat there.
You're not
Little
cutting.
fucking lady.
You're not
That's
cutting.
And
right.
at some point of the day, I crawled, I showed my nuts to everybody that nobody else could see. I crawled around the camera, I showed my nuts. It was the best
That
part.
was the best part. I mean, we've had a lot of great moments, but I think all of mine are. Because I'm the best. I have no problems. But apparently I gotta take pills to fly. 'Cause I'm a bitch.
I'm a man.
Until I get on an airplane. And then I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
Man, so what's going on?
Oh, God.
Man, what a life, huh?
What a
What a
life.
life we're
What a-
living.
What a time to be alive. I asked my sister if she had any of my wedding photos. None. They got rid
Why
of
would
them.
she have
Just
them?
because she was there.
Oh, you mean just pictures that she took?
Yeah.
Wedding?
Do you
Like
have
that.
albums? Like wedding albums?
Oh, I threw that shit away
You burn them and
immediately.
shit?
No, I just throw it in the trash. If somebody else can just own it.
It is kind of interesting when you have a wedding album versus the internet, where you have to you still have to go through the pictures on the internet. With the album, you just never open it and just throw it away. I guess you could delete a wedding album.
I've had this phone for so long that I still have my wedding photos in it from my last one.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes when I scroll up for a little TBT action, I'm like,
Oh,
oh!
that's what we should do. We should throw up all the pictures of your exes on.
I just don't
Instagram.
have any.
You said you do of the second one.
The third.
Oh, the third one.
And no, I'm not going to do that.
No, not
Send
that
me a
one.
picture of yourself.
Yeah, I'd like to see a picture of all the.
I don't have
husbands.
any. Oh, of the current, yeah, for
Or the-
sure.
Or the old husband.
Yeah, I'll send them
Yeah, I
privately.
wanna-
Holy
Never seen-
moly, Broadway is
I
shut.
didn't see him.
Holy moly.
Oh, good.
Okay.
The first one tried to contact me again about his breakdown, about how he needs to find life, and I just blocked his phone number again. I was like, perfect opportunity to block this again.
Yeah, just when he's desperate enough.
Yes, I should
Then you're
block.
like, yeah, you should block.
Do you think he just wants to fuck you?
No, I actually think he
That
needs
was
help.
great. That was great. Did you hear that? That was fucking hilarious.
But also when I was listening to that Lisa Zollner episode, when she was going through all that domestic abuse, and she was talking about how they manipulate and how you go through PTSD and you always. It kind of brought back the time where, so after he went to jail the first time, after he was arrested, I was like, oh my God, I did this. This is my fault. And then for like 5 months after that, he was the victim. Everything changed. But that's PTSD. Like that's what happens in your brain is that you make them the victim.
That's when you got hit with the ketchup?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Because you said the first
went to
time.
Jail?
Yeah, because one time I broke my face on a glass table. Well, he broke my face.
This is the
That
first
was
one?
wait, was that the first or second?
Second time.
Andrews is the first time.
Yes, the
First
first
one.
And he
husband.
went to jail?
Yes.
So you got hit with the ketchup bottle first or second?
First time.
Oh, and then you got him back. And he came back.
And he came back home
And he played victim for 5 months, and then he put your face through a glass table.
within that 5 months.
Was there ketchup?
You could have beat the shit out of this guy?
Was there mustard? Did you change anything?
I took all the condiments out of the house.
So wait, you really put your face through it, and then
Yeah.
that's when you finally
Beat the
left.
shit out of this guy?
No, I didn't think that. I
Still didn't leave?
I still didn't leave. I didn't leave until I pulled my credit when I went to go buy my own first car by myself. Like my very first brand new car. I went to buy it by myself. And I found out that he had run all of my credit and was like buying things with it.
Can I beat this guy?
No.
I can't?
I mean, you.
Could I physically? if I
Oh,
had to?
yeah, physically, sure. I mean, he's a fit guy now. I mean, he's on like a lot of cocaine, but.
So
yeah.
let me get this straight. So
Yes.
the guy hits you with a glass bottle. He throws your head through a glass table.
Yeah.
But once he started messing with your credit, what was your credit score? Was it perfect?
It was perfect.
Oh my, fuck that
And he
dude.
fucked it.
What do you get it down to, 740?
No, it was at like a 767.
Yeah.
It was so good. And then, then he fucked me. It was because I didn't, I mean, because it's all based off your debt to income, right? So my income was very high, but my debt, because when they went, they were like, we can approve you for this auto loan, but, because I was leasing it, I was going to lease it. But he's like, why don't you just pay the stuff off? And I was like, show it to me. Because this is what I did. And I was like, show me my fucking credit report. And I was like, what the hell? So I went through and highlighted, took a copy of it. And then that's when I just decided to destroy him. I was like, all right, I can play this game.
Well, yeah. Something. When did you go through the glass? Like, was it a fight? Like, it was like obviously a fight, but like.
It wasn't really a fight. It was just he came home, I came downstairs. He did one of the punches where his knuckle was up like this, and he like slit me across the face, and I got a big old black eye. I had an interview like 3 days later too, and I still had a black eye. And then he took the back of my head and went BAM! Right on the dining room table. Broke it.
Jesus.
What a fucking piece of shit. And
Yeah.
then you fucking wanted to find him. It blows my mind.
I
But
don't.
no, but it just shows like fucking
It
abuse.
ruins your head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
But the only reason why I was thinking about it was where I was like, where I became a conscious person was because of that episode with Lisa. And I was like, oh, fuck. I'm doing it now. I'm doing it again. I'm saving him. He's becoming the victim again.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah. That's what I told you on the phone. I told you need to fucking talk to a therapist. Jesus Christ.
What?
Don't talk to me. I don't know anything.
I do talk to you.
No, I
That's
know.
all I can afford.
You call me and you're like, Mark calls me and she's like, oh my God, I saw a guy at the gym. His body's so hot.
Oh my God,
He's
my
thick
gym
for his
crush is
shorts.
so fucking
He's so
hot.
fucking hot. I can't say anything. What should I say? I go, don't call me about this. I don't need to. He's fucking, he's so hot. He's 6'5".
He is
He
so
sweats.
hot.
And I'm like, okay, good. Call a girlfriend. She's like, I don't have any friends anymore.
I saw him at the coffee shop, and I was standing in line waiting. It was like so early in the morning, maybe 5:40, and I was waiting on a green tea, and I was fumbling around with the stuff on the counter, and the banana fell, so I dropped down, I bent over to pick up the banana, and as I was lifting up to put it on the counter, I caught his eye. And
Dream
my
Weaver.
gym crush was right behind me in line, and I looked up, and he goes, "Hello, sweetie, you look nice today." And I was like, "Oh my god, oh my god."
Why don't you speak fucking normal?
But I didn't say anything. I just stared at him. I think I might have drooled. I don't know. I just stared. I didn't say anything until I was just standing there. And then the guy from Starbucks goes, "Ma'am," and taps me on the shoulder. He goes, "Here's your green tea."
Your tampon
and I was like, and I just nodded my head and I walked out. And then I went and hid in the locker room.
There are a lot of client training fucking lines going on.
In all
Bus.
gyms, yeah, of course. 100%.
You ever done that?
Fuck yeah. Yes. Have I fucked people at the gym? Yes, absolutely, 100%.
I always
People
feel
you
like
train?
I always feel like I couldn't fuck.
People I trained? Yes, the billionaire was somebody I trained.
I always feel like the trainer isn't like fuckable. Like she is like she's hot, like or like a girl that runs like a spin class. I never feel like you could get past.
It's like a bartender type thing.
Yeah.
No.
You just feel like you can't fuck them, and then I guess they do. wanna
Yeah,
fuck.
because nobody really approaches you in a real way, right? So then the first person that comes in is sincere and is like, yeah, I'd love to take you out. You're like, oh my God, yes.
Oh, so it just takes a little bit of sincerity, that little bit of
Yeah,
taking
and not being
time.
like a creep.
Yeah.
Well, Gym Crush update, everyone. I heard him talking on the phone. He has a Staten Island accent, so I'm over it. He was like, yeah, I'll just come down to this, and I was like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, sweet Lord Jesus.
Yeah, but
I have my life back.
That sounds like me.
Oh yeah. I love that you just pick these one little things and then you're able to be okay. I feel like women always like a crush. Like a girl loves a crush. Like
Yeah,
you
it passes
remember-
time.
Yeah, what is that with
gets you
girls
excited.
with like little girls with like crushes on these boys that are like they're so infatuated. I feel like guys aren't that way where it's like like hysterics. It's
Oh, well, I
like,
definitely think I could fuck this guy.
yeah, I'm sure
Yeah,
you could.
for-
He has a Staten Island voice.
Yeah, and he's like, he stares at me awkwardly.
Yeah.
One of the guys told him that I had a crush on him, and he came over to talk to me at the gym, at the computer, and I just like melted down
Why do you
behind
put-
the computer.
Why do you put his dick on a pedestal? What is it? What
It's
is
a beautiful.
It's a good dick? You don't know it's a
beautiful-
good dick. How do you see through the workout shorts?
Do you wear workout shorts, Kevin? Or do you wear workout sweatpants?
Ladies and gentlemen, everyone, this is Kevin
Kevin
Barnett. Hey, what up? Friends of the people from all sorts of things. And your podcast is called
Round Table of Gentlemen.
Round Table Gentlemen. And
Yeah.
just sold the show to Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's better than us, is what I'm saying. He's better. Just so you know the dynamics here, he is better than us.
Nah, man.
No, not Mar. Mar just
I
got
almost
very
did a show
angry.
on Fox where they would freeze my eggs. So we're like the same.
I used to live in Florida.
Not on camera. Just freeze your eggs and back in an alley.
Outside of Fox.
I used to get so upset when I lived in Florida. I had no money, and then it was like, you can donate your sperm for like $50. But they're throwing out $8,000 for eggs. I was like, man, fuck this shit, man.
My friend gets 36 grand for eggs.
I guess
Well,
it's gone up.
well, you get an egg a month, right? And it's more invasive.
No, no, no.
Right?
No,
That's
no,
what-
no.
How many eggs you get?
Jess just got 30 eggs out of her last retrieval.
You just have 30 eggs in you like a fish?
You can make them. That's what the hormones are for.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
do this?
Yeah, you know how like chickens got, they just keep making eggs.
Yeah, we're just
Oh.
like chickens.
Oh,
We're just
I-
like.
It's just like,
I guess you can do it on a chicken. That's the one impression I can do.
yeah,
Can you do a chicken?
I can't do
You ever
it.
tried to do a chicken?
What impression can you do?
What impressions gotta do? Man, I'm not good at impressions.
Yeah,
bro.
I'm not
I suck.
either.
I suck.
I'm not either.
Especially a specific person. I just
Yeah.
shit the bed. I do it to Nero face. Not bad, right?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Pretty.
There was a drunk British dude I met on the street one time. He was really funny. I was like, I should learn to talk like that guy. But don't nobody know him.
Change your whole life?
Yeah, he was just looking for food.
Yeah.
He couldn't find it, and he was mad. And I was like, well, this is a funny guy. I recorded his voice, and I just haven't worked on it. I'm a very lazy person.
I'm very lazy too.
Yeah.
But you seem to get
But you're
shit
both
done.
from Florida.
Yeah.
That's definitely the connection.
Yeah.
We're both from a similar part of Florida too.
Really?
Yeah. I'm from, Miami to Palm Beach, and I lived in Tallahassee for college and shit.
Just kept going north.
Yeah.
Florida gets way more lazy and like southern the more north